Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a freshly made cup of tea, so I'm going to leave it where it is for now because it's far too hot for human consumption. Either way, in the previous episode, we were once again progressing on and I got in some water, some power, lighting, actually placed some flooring, which a couple of people did point out I missed there, so I will fix that now. Yes, normally the flooring is probably the latter part of the series when I've got excess cash, but we had quite a decent amount of money because it's a small prison after all. So yes, got that put in, things like the infirmary grant, etc. In this episode, we really need to get it fit for human habitation and prisoners to basically arrive at either the end of this episode or the start of the next one. So that means getting the visitation rights grant done, probably progressing on towards the cell blockade, maybe even do MaxSec infrastructure. That requires some more flooring, stuff in the yard, probably some improvements in the kitchen and canteen, and obviously a cell block of some kind. So we will get on with that now. Although, as people have rightly pointed out, and this is something that I really didn't know, or maybe if I knew I just forgot because it's been a while since I've used the bridges. The bridges have certain limitations, and those limitations are you can't have one next to each other. Now, I definitely had these bridges next to each other when they first came out, and that's probably why they didn't work, although it could be because I built them as soon as they came out and they were very buggy. So yes, you can't have them right next to each other. There has to be a gap between them. Also, they can't be placed next to any foundations. You can see they will just not fit in there. There needs to be a gap of one all the way around the outside, which means that we have to remove these, delete the foundation, put this back in, and then you can put walls next to it. And we're going to do a similar thing over this side. We'll have to delete these doors. I could put it there. I could put the bridge there, but I'm not really too sure. I think I want them close to this building. That is the ideal position. So we'll dismantle that and dismantle that, because if we then go ahead and place another one on this side, building wise, I want it so that we can almost mirror this. But we'll see how we get on. So that's been removed there. Over to our foundations and then to bulldoze, and I want to bulldoze right across there. I think similar thing over this side. As I said, we'll end up replacing them anyway, so it's not too much of a problem. We'll just speed that up to max speed while we wait for the workers to come along and do that, and there we go. So those are now removed. I'll go ahead and go to our objects, go down, and what type of bridges? We got footbridges and footbridge B. The footbridge B's got like a curve to it, so we're just going to go with a standard footbridge. I don't think the metal one is in here. I know some people were asking about certain items, things like double doors and such, and they're saying, oh, I'm pretty sure there's double doors. They are double doors in the game, but it depends on what mods you're running and certainly what DLCs you're running. This is base game as it stands. So rotating this around, we'll have to, I guess it won't go in there. No, it wouldn't, which is fine. That is where I ideally want to place it, but it won't let me fit it in. Why will it not let me fit it in? That is very curious. It's probably because of that rubbish bag there. So is that the thing there? Yeah, it was just that one. So rotating it around just to make sure that it is the right thing, and there we go. That now goes in. Similar thing on this side. So that's 1,500 for each footbridge, and that means that they can go from there to there. What I'll do is I'll put that in like we've done there. I will put the foundation back in like so, because obviously we do need to make sure that's in. In fact, I could probably just go straight across there. I don't even need to do that bit. It's just that. In fact, it's just wall, isn't it? But if we place the foundation, we know we're going to get the correct amount there. So that goes in. We then also have to place a wall there and there, but I'm actually going to use most likely fencing. The difference, actually no, the problem with fencing is that it means then people can actually climb over it. So is a brick wall better? I'm going to go with, what do I go with? Yeah, if it's fence, they can probably climb over, whereas brick wall would probably be a better decision. So we're going to go with that. Brick wall there, brick wall there. And then the main thing is also putting in some doors which people can traverse. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. I'll put a staff door in, but I don't think we're going to end up using a staff door there. We might end up changing that to a... Sorry, I'll put a visitor door there, but we may change that to staff door. So, all that's now ordered, which means people can go under here and also over there. And we're going to test that. We'll wait for the workers to place in... Yeah, they are still ordered there. We'll wait until the wait until the wall is built, and then once it's built, which apparently is going to take a ridiculous amount of time, there we go, I'm going to order people to try and traverse them. We're still waiting for the worker to come along with that one, that's fine. So we're going to get a guard here. They are currently not assigned to any task, and I'm going to order them to the center of the map. So they're going to go there, and then I'm going to tell them to go to the other side. So click on them and right click, and yes, they will happily go under the bridge. It takes a little bit of time because it's outside, so I'll have to put some flooring in there. And now I'm going to tell them to go here, and yes, they don't just jump on the bridge and walk across, which is good. They're actually going to go all the way around. So let me just speed up to max speed, wait until they get into position, which is now, and then say go to the other side, and yes, they will happily use the bridge. I say happily, I don't have any idea on whether or not they find that an enjoyable experience or not, but at least they do traverse it. Over to our flooring, over to concrete tiles. I'll put concrete tiles in like so. Similar thing on this side here. I'm also going to, quite frankly, just run them right down the middle because that was the original intention anyway. They're going to go on the outside, so I don't really know why I'm stressing over it too much. But also, let's go over to our deployment and to our staff only, and yes, we can set, so we can't set that to staff only because this is classed as one section, so that can be staff only, which allows, I think staff only still allows visitors to go across, but that bit can't. So technically the prisoners can try and get there that way, but they shouldn't be allowed through this bit. We'll have to see. That may just be a limitation that we have to deal with. We may just have to accept that and move on. Anyway, speaking of moving on, I want to obviously put items in here, but I'm not really too concerned about the size of it. So let's just go ahead and check out our rooms. So what sort of rooms do we want for this? Well, common room naturally is going to go on the top and the bottom there in the largest area. This may be altered actually. We also need a couple of things like, well, we don't really need a gymnasium at this stage. Laundry I do need. I'm going to unlock prison labour, and that should be fine. If we don't have that, then stuff will just be brought from the outside, I believe. So back over to that. We do want a classroom at some point. Maybe we'll just say that's a classroom. We did want a chapel, but this is probably quite small for a chapel, one of these. So we might change the size of that. Okay, well, let's just start. I'm just going to place stuff in. This is just sort of marking up roughly for what we may need. So we need a chapel. Obviously, I'm not placing any items in here. I'm just sort of slamming this down, seeing how we get on. Nursery we'll have over here. This building, well, you see they've got different sizes. People have rightly pointed out that there's no point in having two of these because we just don't need that size of it. Correct, we do not. However, we are going to expand sooner rather than later, which means when we expand, probably to the south, because we're going to be building these first. These cells here will be cloned right across, so we'll quickly get our population up. It's also why I think the cafeteria is too small, and we'll need another one maybe on this side. But that's, that's a future us problem. Let's not try and complicate matters too much there. We don't have a library, but requires prison labour, same as the laundry. We don't have a... is there a shop? Shop again. It all requires prison labour. So I'm just going to let them crack on with that one. But hang on, let's just see. It would be classroom, chapel. That's 2. 3 for the laundry, 4 for the library, 5 for the shop, 6 for the mailroom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That still leaves visitation, and then you got the common rooms. So actually that's not bad, and that's actually got in more stuff than I thought we'd realistically need. We also don't have an area for parole. We could put it at the front here. It needs to be a 5x5, so we need to be that size. Then this could be a cleaning cupboard, perhaps. It's not unreasonable to say that. Problem again, though, is that the parole room does require access. So visitors want to come this way. So we may have to do that. Alright, I think then we're going to alter the common rooms. And I want it actually only altered by 1. The reason for that is if we remove these sections here, We can then remove these rooms. Hang on, it's auto-saving in the middle of me clicking stuff. So remove those rooms, and then these two can become a visitation. So there's visitation. That'll be placed in there, followed by that top bit there. And the reason I've done the alterations in size is because for the visitor tables, we're not going to have booths. They can go that and there, so they've got one walkway down the middle, which means one door there, one door there. Job done. These are all the same size, which is fine. If I was to do that, would it fit in? Sadly not. What I was going to do is have this come down and then maybe split it up. So you'd have, that is a 4x4, so it would need to be that size. Yeah, I was going to have one of these as, say, like a parole room, but it's just not going to work out. So I may not put parole in until later on. That could come back to bite us. We'll have to see how we get on. We may put a temporary one in and move things along, but yeah, okay, fair enough. Right, so we do need to get a pool table, visitation rooms, etc. So why don't we do that now? So over to walls and doors actually, and go to walls, and we need to place a wall right across on these ones. So we're gonna confirm all of these sizes here. We may have to change them up. You know what? I'm not convinced that the chapel is the right size. The chapel, you normally need quite a large chapel. What if we were to make the chapel a bit bigger and have visitation on one side maybe? Because we don't need things like, we don't necessarily need things like, I mean, this could be laundry because you don't need access to it for civilians, so that could go over there, yeah. But you don't need a library, you don't need a shop, you don't technically need a chapel, but it really does help out in the game. If we were, for example, to remove all of that wall, remove that wall from the chapel, then we'll remove that, get rid of that, back over to planning, over to wall building, measure 5, build across. Measure 5, build across. Measure 5, build across. The reason I've done that is that it's 2 parole rooms. Alright? We can then have a walkway like that, which gives access for the visitors that need to do that. And then you've got the chapel in here, which has got this weird bit on this side where you could have like prayer mats and stuff. It seems a bit out of the way and a bit, you know, a little bit off in some ways. I don't know what it is about it that it's like, yeah, you go over there. It's a bit strange, but it is what it is. Are we going to run with that? Haven't yet decided. I mean, the answer is probably. I'm probably going to... Are these different sizes? Yeah, they're... 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. I thought we did have a middle for those. But they are the right same size, yeah. 6. 6. And it has to be 6. Yeah, okay, fine. It's job done. Right, so those go in. Over to our walls and doors. Money around 28 grand. It's getting a bit low for my liking, but let's go ahead with the grants. So, visitor door there and there. A standard door there and there. We will need to put metal detectors on those. Common room will require some doors. Like that. And we don't need access on this side, so we could technically move those elsewhere later on. The whole idea was to have it that these ones in the middle and the whole central line here was staff only. But it'll be fine. We can manage it. This guy's very stuck and also panicking. And to be fair, I think they have every right to be. Let's put the doors in like that. And we need visitation, so we'll get that done. Over to objects, scrolling in, just so it populates the left-hand side correctly. Visitor tables. Don't really know how many we can fit in, actually, so let's work on objects. 1, 2, 3. That would be 6, 12 in total. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not terrible. It's 3.6 rating for visitation. Although what I could do is put them right at the back if need be. I could stack them up as well. And I think I preferred the original one. And I've also ordered a load of these. Oh look, they actually rotate around properly these days. Excellent. For some reason they're saying they can't build these now. Yeah, they're saying they just... There's a job that's blocked. Oh, it's that. They don't have access to that. Okay, fine. Let me just get a door in there. And that'll fix that problem. Which, yes. Oh, yes, okay. We should improve efficiency by installing a door control system. The meme lives. Right, pool table and phone booths. Well, we know where some phone booths are going to go. In here. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. There's more than that. 6. Just put them in there. That's reasonable. And then pool tables. So pool. Put in maybe a couple of those in there. That's another grant done. Going to go over to programs. No. Grants. Prison acclimatization and engagement. That's easily done. Reform through education initiative. I'm going to pick up the acclimatization and engagement. And I guess we will... I think we're best doing the max sec infrastructure. Laundry, kitchen and cleaning cupboard. Well, we don't have a cleaning cupboard and I don't necessarily plan on having one. Laundry we don't either. I think this is a reasonable place for the laundry. Let's just go over to rooms. We've got our chapel. Okay. Parole. Gonna say, that was not saying it's the right thing there. Shop. We'll have in here. And a mail room. We are missing out on the library and a laundry and a cleaning cupboard. There's the laundry. Standard door. Let's just get this done. Oh, I just had a metal detector go off. Can these rotate now? Yes, they can rotate. But we're just going to have laundry machines up the top there. You do need a table, I believe. No, you don't. You just need ironing boards. I'm going to use ironing boards small. Like that. And then laundry baskets you can just spam. It doesn't matter. And there's some of those in. Obviously, we'll connect that up to the grid. Speaking of the grid, it's perfectly healthy and fine. Power is connected. So, I'm going to put in the walls in this area. And, oh, we should probably improve our efficiency by installing a door control system. Do you know? And we'll make this a cleaning cupboard. Alright. And then I'm going to go to... I always go to deployment, but it's not in deployment anymore. It's in logistics, prison labour. 1, 2, 3. There's that grant done. Remove those, and actually still assign jobs to over there. And remove this in here. Prison manufacturing facility or reform. I'm going to go with reform. That's okay. I didn't put all the power in, the piping in. I should probably just run. Should have just run that. Just ran the small pipes in. Okay. So we need to build a classroom. We need to build shops. Those again are not necessary for people to come in and like survive in the place. It's desirable, but they're not necessarily needed here. Right, what was I going to do? Parole. Place that in there. We're just making these markers for ourselves, you understand. Common room. It's fairly, yeah, garbage. We've got things like gym mats and that sort of thing. Televisions. We'll put a television in. So television there and there. I'm not even... Do I bother with the other side? Yeah, it just makes it easier for me to work out. And there's televisions. 1, 2, 3 rows. 3 rows there. Rotate that around. 3 rows there. We haven't got any ratings in here, so we don't need things like radios or gradings of the rooms for this one. We don't have to have that. Bookcases, no. We could have a football table or like chess and stuff. Chess, yeah, that might be a nice thing there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a lot of money spent on seating, but then, you know, that's fine. It's chess. As we all know, you might have all of the chair, but you're only going to use the edge, because it's that... it's that entertaining. Right, mail satchels coming in. Most of this we haven't done anything with. That's, yeah, it is what it is. Let's go with some deployment. Oh, you can't get in the chapel. No, you can't. Let me resolve that. So we're going to go with our walls and doors, door tab. Probably put a door in here, and then we'll see about putting in a door there and there. That should be fine. Then we'll get that populated. Right, so that is working. Let me go to our building brick, and we should probably improve efficiency by installing a door control system, don't you know? And then we're going to put in here, we're going to put in our large jail door, and there it goes. Now, people have rightly pointed out that we haven't got any metal detectors in these cell blocks. Correct. It's something we often do with the cell blocks. We have the door and then a metal detector. Now, there's nothing stopping us putting metal detectors here. Or, ideally, there and there. It'll look a bit better. So, I haven't ruled it out. I just didn't plan it in the first instance. Because you always have to go into the cafeteria anyway. So, they're always going to go to a metal detector at some point. So, as I said, I wasn't really too concerned about the sort of lack of that. Let's go ahead and put in a jail door in there. This is a good security feature that I would recommend people do. So you have a staff door there and a staff door there. And the reason for that is you then, just behind the first staff door, when we lock open the first, this jail door here, it means that prisoners are not allowed access from the cafeteria into the kitchen. But if it does kick off and they do try to break in here, mainly because of the contraband and knives, etc., they have to go through this staff door, which gives you ample time to lock the jail door, and it means that it's got a lot more iron to bust through, so the chances of it getting through are a lot shorter. Anyway, over to our walls and doors, and then to the brick wall, and we're going to build this cell. So let me just put in... I'm going to put the stuff in there, but I'm then going to check out our utilities, because quite frankly, it's a little bit dark around here, isn't it? I could run the cable around the back. That would be more desirable, because it means that if I want to change the grid, it's a lot easier. So we might as well do it now while we still have the opportunity. So that should be fine. Over to walls and doors, and then the brick wall, which I'm going to start placing in like so. Sadly, there's a lot of lighting that's going to be missing here because I'm bricking over some of it, but we'll see how we get on. At least once that's in, we'll be able to light that up, and there you go, we have some light. So we do want a couple of things in here. A shower will go in the back there. This will obviously require the base stuff of shower heads, followed by the drains, and I'm just going to fill the full thing up with drain, to be honest. I may even put them on either side, but we'll see about that one. And then these here, which is going to be our cells. So we'll go clicky, clicky, draggy, draggy right across. Looks like I've missed that little bit there. No dramas, we can fix that without any big problems. And then we're going to go with some beds. So the beds will go with the head towards the left, because if the guards are walking around the doors there, they can see them. Not that it makes any mechanical difference whatsoever in the facility. It's just, you know, we have to have some sort of narrative to keep ourselves amused. Over to the walls and doors once again, and then the doors, and we'll have a standard jail door on all of this as well. And naturally, we'll have to put in some water and some plumbing and such. So the small pipe will run... How do we want to do this? We're going to run a small pipe across there, and then maybe that and that, just because we can. Yeah, that should be fine. This here is going to have like a... It's going to technically be a common room, so I can put like some chairs in there, or maybe even phone booths. We shall see. We shall see. So that is now pretty much sorted. I want to do a couple of things. I want to put some lighting in first, so we're going to put some lighting in 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, is that right? No. I'm sort of roughly copying what the game has there. I want lighting in most of this place, so that's now lit up, and I'm going to put in some flooring. So concrete tiles will be in here, followed by there. We want... Oh, no. Cancel that one. This one, we'll have to build it like this, actually. Yeah, that's fine. In here, we'll have white tiles, and in the front one, I haven't yet decided. For the cells, we normally go with concrete tiles, but I'm very aware that I'm just using concrete tiles everywhere. So is there a better way? I've got limestone, which I don't like. It's out. No, it's indoor only. Limestone. It's expensive. It's like 5 times more expensive. Could go with mosaic, but it doesn't really fit. Mosaic I was going to limit to the common room and such. Iron floor, cargo floor. A bespoke look. Running tracks only outside, improves yards grade. Sandstone, outdoor only. Actual stone, checkered floor. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. I'm not going to do limestone, it's too expensive. Wooden floor, similar thing. Iron floor. I'm going to go with cargo floor on this one. Just see what it looks like. No. Don't like it. Well, I like it. It just doesn't fit in here. What would like white tiles? I don't not like that. Looks a bit clinical though, doesn't it? I'm not going to go with ceramic. Metal floor. We've often done that. Let's see what that looks like. See what the deal is. It's got something to it. It's got something to it. Mosaic. See what that looks like. Don't think we'll go with mosaic, but I'll try it. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just the way it looks. It doesn't... All of these have the same speed. Oh no, I don't mind that. Right, we're going to go mosaic across the board. There we go. And... maybe wooden flooring. What's going to be the common room? We'll do the same thing there. Okay, not bad at all. Let me go ahead and waste some money to get some money by going to Objects, CCTV Monitor. We will place one of those in like so, followed by some CCTV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is ridiculous. And then I'm going to cancel the building of them because we don't need them. They're just going to sit in storage, and I might just sell them off. And then increase the size of our security force by buying some more guards. That gives us our 20 grand grant completion bonus, followed by picking up the prison manufacturing facility. That's on 56,000 now. And there we go. I'm also going to go over to our intake and to medium sec. Fill capacity. In the next 11 hours, we're going to get some prisoners. We need probably Couple more dog handlers. 2 more cooks. We've already worked out our regime. Staff members. Going to sack half of our workers. We don't need that many workers now that we are up and running-ish. And we'll set up some patrols next episode. So, there we are. That is the first cell block of many. We have now got prisoners turning up. What do we need to do? As a priority, next episode, get this done. We need the nursery and we need the family cells. Obviously, we won't need all of it, and with medium prisoners, there is a less likely... It's less likely that you'll get prisoners with babies. It's normally low risk that you get... it's more prevalent that way. So we need to sort that out. We need to sort out the deployment. We need to sort out patrols. Lots to do, but we've got enough time to do it. Either way, we're going to call it there for now. That's been the Prison Architect. Hope you have enjoyed the episode and the series thus far. As always, comment in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.